Well, hello everyone and good evening and welcome to what is probably one of the more weird periods in YouTube's history. Leafy is here. For some reason, can't get it in his head that, hey, I've made it. I have several million subscribers. I don't need to behave like a piece of shit anymore to make money or influence people or anything of that nature. There's no need for it. But what was revealed by Nick was just incredible. What am I talking about? I'm talking about his video where Nick Cash says that Leafy basically went ahead and used him, um, refused to give him a shout out because the little animation that he did for Leafy wasn't shout out worthy. Seriously, dude, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, look, if somebody does anything for your video, if somebody contributes something to your video that is visual within your video, you know, I'm not talking about little contributions of information and so on, as long as that isn't the entire subject of the video, which then in that case you can give them a shout out. But when somebody makes you an animation sequence for your video, boy, you better give a fucking shout out. That's complete bullshit. And if you look at Leafy's response up in here, where he says, "So recently, one of my closer friends, Nick, who I've known for the past year or so, ended up opening up to me publicly on some issues he's had with me and our friendship over the last few weeks." And then he makes it all about the money. He makes it all about the money. It's not about the money, Leafy. You're fucking not understanding this, bro. It's not about the money, bro. It's about you behaving like a piece of shit. It's about you taking people for granted and using them, okay? Nick doesn't care about the money. Of course, Nick would indeed enjoy money, but he doesn't care about the money, dude. He cares about the fact that he made an animation for your video and you didn't shout him out. That's bullshit behavior. It's unacceptable. Don't even try and go ahead and deny that, because it's not acceptable. He did you a solid. He made you a fucking animation. You shout him out. Um, I suppose his asking for money was a last ditch attempt to try and get some kind of just something from the transaction other than you just using him. It's very, 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 very poor form. Now, Leafy, I am moderately familiar with your videos. I'm not a fan, nor am I a hater. However, I saw this video appear in my Facebook timeline, and I was just like, oh, I mean, the Content Cop episode was funny. I enjoyed that. iDubbbz did a great job. And I was like, oh god, more Leafy drama. Why the hell not? Click. And I came across that, and then I heard of the ways that you were behaving. It's complete bullshit, man. Knock it off. Like, now look, I am under no illusions. I know full well, Leafy, that you have millions of subscribers, and that a lot of them are younger, and they won't give a shit about this, Leafy. They won't give a single fuck about this. They will just carry on watching your videos and ha 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 ha. Great. That's good. You'll continue making that YouTube money. But at the end of the day, this is it's a more personal and spiritual question of, do you want to live your life like this, Leafy? Do you want to live your life using people? Do you want to live your life like a piece of shit? Nick's a good guy. Like, everybody who has any dealings with him, from what I've found out, and in the time that I've researched him before doing this video, you know, Nick helped you out. Nick listened to you, and in a time of worry, and in a time of turmoil, and this is how you treat him. Now, look, Leafy, I know, bro. I know, like, you're pretty timid, and, you know, you might make videos on the internet, but you're terrified. You were terrified of iDubbbz. You're terrified of Nick. And you should be. You should be, bro. Because this shit is weak sauce, man. This shit is terrible. You shouldn't fucking be doing this, man. This is unacceptable. And what you got to understand, man, is that when people are coming out to you and they're saying, Leafy, please, you know, like, I mean, a lot of them are, you know, genuinely concerned about your behavior. I mean, you know, whether or not they like your content is, you know, entirely subjective, of course. But speaking as somebody who's neutral, speaking as somebody who, you know, somebody who follows H3H3, somebody who follows, you know, some of the channels, iDubbbz, the channels that have roasted you in the past, and, you know, coming across you for the first time and seeing how you're behaving, and it's crappy, dude. Like, it's really crappy. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, dude, you're a young guy. You know, people make mistakes. You know, it happens, right? And you know, I'm not saying that you're a terrible guy or anything, but this is terrible behavior. And if you want people to think that you are a terrible guy, if you don't want people to think that you're a terrible guy, then you need to stop this immediately. If you care, if you have even one modicum of common sense, you'll want to put a stop to this. You don't want to be known as that guy, and you're getting to be known as that guy. Like, I was young and stupid once. Fuck, we all were. We all make mistakes, you know. I mean, shit. Even if Nick said that he hadn't treated at least one person badly in his life, I bet he'd be lying. You know? But there's no need to live life this way. Even, you know, if you do think that you have everything. There's no need to behave this way. Just treat people how you would want to be treated. It's simple. It's not difficult. It's not fucking difficult. And, you know, look, I'm going to take it at face value, dude. I'm going to say that you are, let's just say, I have no reason to believe that you're not. So let's just say that you are sincere. And you've sent him a message and so on and so forth, and from what I can see from Nick's Twitter, he hasn't responded. And maybe you guys are working out, and that's great. But I just want to say, Leafy, like, I just want to fucking say, bro, like, this is worrying behavior. And, you know, speaking as somebody who's dealt with people who have started behaving like this and had it spiral out of control, Leafy, you don't want to go this road. You do not want to go this road. It leads from one thing to another, to another, to another. So, yeah. I hope you and Nick are sorting things out. I really do. Just, had a little bit of concern there. A little bit of worry about how things were going on. Anyway, take care.